You're looking at a live picture of a gunpoint detention underway here in Saugus. Now I can tell you the driver is being very uncooperative, refusing orders by sheriff's deputies. Now this is a stolen car, stolen truck, and they believe that this was stolen just as ourselves. But as you can see, deputies right now have their weapons trained on that truck. Right now a female deputy is asking the driver to come out with their hands up. The driver has been turning up the music extraordinarily loud. I can hear it from here. I'm at the western end of the shopping plaza. Now, this is near Bouquet Canyon Road and Newhall Ranch Road. I'm going to zoom out so you can get some perspective. This is the Wendy's just across the street from the Best Buy. Also next to the Citibank here, but we're right in front of the CVS that's here near the Goji House Royal Tandoor. So we're hearing multiple units making their way into this situation here. I can tell you a very volatile situation unfolding here in this parking lot. You can see deputies from across the Santa Clarita Valley with weapons out, trying to detain this driver at gunpoint, this driver being very uncooperative. And you can see some movement inside the truck at this time, but that person refusing to exit that truck, refusing to come out with their hands up. And this female deputy has been asking this driver to surrender, and so far to no avail. This has been going on for the last about 15 minutes here in this parking lot, and this white truck possibly involved with another situation just down the street near the Del Taco and Bouquet Junction. That's where Soledad Canyon Road and Bouquet Canyon Road meet. And right now we're hearing that deputy asking her to put her hands in the air, and as this deputy said earlier, this driver being very uncooperative, not following any orders whatsoever. So they're having a bit of an issue in getting this person out. The Aero Bureau is monitoring this call, and they were listening to the deputies as they were trying to give commands, but the deputies very quickly initiating this traffic stop here in this parking lot, quickly requesting backup because it did come back as a possible stolen vehicle. And as soon as they got a sufficient number of units to the scene, it turned from a generally cooperative situation to now the driver was not following commands. And that really does change the situation a little bit. So now they're having to basically continue to detain this vehicle at gunpoint with the driver refusing to exit out. And actually, you know what? We're seeing her coming out. She is exiting the vehicle, as we can see. She's coming out with her hands up. Now, this initially began as a possible burglary to a vehicle from what we're hearing. And you can see her with her hands up, backing up to the deputies. And right now they're issuing commands to where she should position herself, but she is moving very erratically, as we can see. Now we're shooting from a great distance, which is why the camera is moving and bouncing around quite a bit. But we're actually going to try to move to a better position here, just across the driveway from where we're standing, so you can get a better... It sounds like she's having trouble following instructions. And you can see that woman right there. She's right on the center of the screen, just behind the other side of the squad car. And in just a few moments, if all goes well, they will be detaining her. And they're going to call what they call a code 4. But what they're going to do is detain that driver, and then... And you can hear her yelling very loudly. And she sounds like she's resisting just a little bit. And right now they're going to go and clear the vehicle to ensure that no one else is inside. And you can see those deputies making their way to that truck as they go to clear the vehicle. And once they clear the vehicle, they're going to give a code 4. And what code 4 means is all clear and no additional units, and that's what that hand signal right there means, is all code 4. So right now they're going to be clearing this scene, and the scene which was volatile for a short period of time with that driver uncooperative has now calmed down just a little bit. And so deputies are going to be conducting their investigation for the time being, but right now they're going to be holstering their weapons, securing their AR-15s and their less lethal. And that's going to be a wrap for them. But for those of you who have just joined us, you just missed a gunpoint detention unfolding inside this shopping center at the corner of Bouquet Canyon Road and Newhall Ranch Road. This is the northeast corner of that intersection near the Wendy's, the CVS, the Ross Dress for Less store, Jersey Mike's. That's where we are right now. Now, this is related to an earlier incident involving a stolen truck. That's a stolen white pickup truck that deputies are searching right now. We're making our way over to that area now that they've been given the all clear. And you can see the deputies walking back to their vehicles after they just finished that gunpoint detention. Now, this is for a stolen vehicle, as we said earlier. This unfolding on this very, very crisp night. I can tell you that driver not cooperative in any way, shape, or form. That driver staying inside the vehicle as they were issuing orders. But initially, they had enough units on scene. They were giving out commands over the loudspeaker, and that driver was not following those commands for quite a period of time. Eventually, the woman coming out with her hands up and staggering really back to the deputies and becoming very, very irate as she got down onto the ground. You could hear her yelling quite a few words and some expletives, and they took her into custody and put her in the back of one of the squad cars. They then went and cleared that vehicle. That vehicle came back clear, and right now they're going to be searching that vehicle to see what else they can find in relation to this investigation. But for now, they've been given the code 4. Many of these units will be leaving the scene, but you can see that's actually Deputy Ben Sanchez. If you remember that story from yesterday, this is the deputy who was helping that little girl who was inside that windowsill, and he was trying to talk to her to keep her from falling through. That's, once again, Deputy Ben Sanchez, also here at this scene. But for now, this is a wrap for us. That does it for us here live at the scene of this gunpoint detention for a stolen pickup truck. Reporting live here in Saugus, this is Austin Dave.